Good morning. Happy Thursday. South Africa, to the roads we go. I just want to remind you about this closure this weekend, which is loading up for Durban, Pietermaritzburg bound traffic, or those going either to Pietermaritzburg or to Durban. So between the two, it's just another closure that we have to deal with, all associated with the big N3 upgrade works. Now, this weekend, it'll be the Pietermaritzburg bound carriageway closed on Saturday night, and then coming to Durban on Sunday night, 9 p.m. until 4 a.m. the next morning on both nights. Full closure, either PMB bound or Durban bound, as we were saying there. But importantly, I've dug down into the details a little bit, and you'll just see that note I put at the end there. Traffic will be diverted via the ramp. So, you don't have to worry about sort of coming up to the closure and then being diverted sort of cross country onto alternative routes to make your way back. It's simply off at the off ramp, across Cassia Road, back on at the on ramp. So there will be a bit of traffic congestion. Of course, there's a high truck volume, and those trucks will be sort of lining up to get through those ramps as well. So that loading up this weekend, not too bad, but there will be some delays. Midrand, 2 crashes this morning. If you're coming out of Pretoria en route to Joburg, crash at Olifantsfontein and a crash down at New Road as well. How do you like that for Thursday? Traffic already backlogging through towards Old Johannesburg Road. Yesterday, I just want to remind you what happens in the rain, and this is well worth noting. This is the roadworks coming from Clayville through Tembisa down towards the airport. Now, normally you sort of get 20-minute delays, but when it rains, as it did yesterday, this is what we're looking at yesterday, speeds drop right down to about 8 kilometers, and that queue blew out to about an hour. So imagine that. You're leaving Pretoria, you've got a flight to connect with OR Tambo. It's raining. You hit a backlog of traffic for an hour's obstruction on your way into the airport for flight connections. You need to check before you travel if it's raining across that part of Gauteng. That traffic gets insane. And still, Bidkoppen Road, after many, many years, still a problem. We saw this yesterday. This is the low-level bridge at Paulsoft. Every time it rains, and rains heavily, as it did yesterday, one of the first things that floods is that river bridge, and it's a busy road between Sunning Hill, Woodmead, and Fourways. So just again, in wet weather conditions, check before you travel. You don't really want to run into that sort of flooding issue.